This is such a badass. He's such a complete psycho. I love him. That's where he'd say, okay, whatever, he's getting without meat this time.
Either a temple of Ullr or a temple of Ymir.
Yeah, there is a temple of Ullr.
Yeah, Viking.
It's like, I was pissed off to be around this many tall whiteys.
I'm short, so
like, who are these assholes?
Yeah, look at these assholes.
God starts throwing his shoulders back and walking a little pissed off, like, yeah.
There it is, right there.
I love it. On his tippy toes.
Master Blaster wins Bartertown, bitches.
That's right. That's right.
So I present myself. I head up to the temple and look for one of the priests.
Yeah. So as you approach the temple, where the Viking area is on the northern edge of the Jade Quarter, where the city stone gives way to older, colder foundations, and the wind off the harbor cuts sharp, even in the summertime. It overlooks a narrow, elevated causeway leading towards the outer docks and caravan roads, deliberately placed there. Ullr is a god of thresholds, pursuit, and departure. And snow is said to linger here longer than anywhere else in Promarium. And frost rims the roof tiles at dawn, even when the rest of the city steams. Unlike other grand basilicas and other cults, Ullr's temple is low, broad, and a squat structure of pale granite, dark timber, reinforced with iron bands, and etched with knotwork and runes of binding. There's antlers carved into doorposts and braziers burning smokeless white coals, and weapon racks lining the outer halls, all offerings or trophies. The floor dusted with ash and powdered bone, just so you don't slip, because it's that cool inside. And as you walk up, you see a man is scarred veteran, older man in his late 40s. Says, greetings. I am Hunt Marshal Snowbound, Eric Snowbound. How can I help you? And you can see underneath this, he's got big white furs of some creature that obviously he killed. You can see shining blue chainmail underneath.
I walk up to him. Eric, I am Bork Torbjornsson. Me and my party are preparing to battle with what we believe to be either undead or demons, and we seek your help and counsel.
Of course, I would love to hear stories of your adventures, young Viking.
There have been many. already.
This is, what is it that you are looking for?
Something to help us stand against the dead.
Ah, holy water. Be more than willing to part with some 50 gold pieces of ile.
I think we can do that. I look quick.
Glenn reaches in and pulls out gold, and in perfect Old Norse, says to the Great Shield, and then gives it to Bork.
Yeah, I pull out what 15 thing?
50.
5-0. 5-0.
I got it. I got it.
Yep. All right.
Go get it, Viking.
I hand him, between you guys, I don't know how much you guys are giving me, 50 apiece, you said?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll hand him that. I'll hand him 100 of mine and get as many vials as I can.
That's so it'd be 250.
Yep.
So that's 5 vials.
Yes.
Yep.
Greatest winter shield water. This will help us indeed.
So
Dagger loves throwing bottles of stuff.
I say to Eric, thank you, grandfather, and thank Ullr for us. As I put my hand on his shoulder and take the vial.
As he parts with them, he says, do your best in return.
Always.
When you hunt through.
Perhaps I will have some trophies for you.
Oh, excellent. Ullr would be proud.
Before I exit the door, I take my bow off and I raise my bow up over my head. Ullr! And then turn.
As you do, there's a whole bunch of other people currently inside. They turn and at the same time reply, "Ullr."
That puts the hair on the back of my neck standing up. Hearing all those Vikings say that, I can't lie. I'm ready to jump over a boat with a two-handed axe right now. I'm telling you, I'm fired up.
All right. So with that, let's look at where we're heading. Sharpen your steel, knock your arrows, and let's roll.
Having spoken with Elmar Kef at the unnamed pub close to the salt yards, Brotherhood of the Dark Star has the lead as to where things may have started going wrong. And with a lead about some new construction, and it's been halted, what is your next move?
Well, we go to the construction site, right?
After we got the holy water.
Are we all geared up as much as we can? Everyone's got torches. Everybody's got
holy water. All set.
Holy water.
I make sure I
my
have
lucky scarf.
And I make sure my backup quivers are all set.
And
I stack the silver arrows.
And what was the? I'm sorry, John. What was the name of the? That was Olmar Keth, right?
Olmar Keth.
Olmar. Okay. And Olmar is coming with us, correct?
He says, "I'm not leaving. I'm not prepared to fight today."
Okay.
Typical.
Like he did,
So,
he did show you a shattered shoulder and cracked ribs and a nasty scar.
Well, he shouldn't have burned the building.
As I leave, I go and I give a small blessing on a small copper coin, and say a blessing and a prayer to Rael, and I hand it to Olmar, and I say, "Keep this with you. May luck help you in your next endeavor. Till we meet again, Olmar." And then let's get out of there.
Indeed, young count, indeed. Heading across the city, across the quay. When you look out the window and when you stand on the edge of the dock, it doesn't look that far. But to actually get there, you have to walk back in and come back out. And as you approach this new construction, this new dock, you see a couple of city watch there, and they're standing there, and this is construction site has been closed.
We have business to attend to.
Then you'll need to speak with the foreman of the construction.
Tonight and now, impatiently tapping my ring on my war scythe.
I mean, yes, and of course, gentlemen, welcome in. And so they've got like almost like a hoarding setup where they step back, and the one guy fiddles with a great big key and a big lock, and opens the lock, and door opens up, and you can see the pier that they've constructed. It's all huge stone and great big pile. You're positive that big ships are going to come into this dock at some point, like big deep water stuff. And as you the two guards, as you're walking through, the two guards are there, and yeah, at that exact moment, you see Shadow running towards you.
I pull out the tablet.
And looking at the tablet and looking where you are, there is where you physically are, a new X materializes just offshore, probably close to the end of this dock that you're standing on.
So just past where the dock ends in the water?
Yeah.
I look at the guard. Do you have a boat?
No, we do not have access to boats. But looking,
you feel like we can get to the end of the dock and have a viewing of what we might be seeing if there's a body floating or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could probably do that.
All right. We'll probably go take a look.
And walking out, you see a lot of this work that's been done here. It looks like it had been left, just dropped and gone. Anybody that was working here dropped what they had and left. And then
Are the guards joining us to the end of the dock?
no, they're standing at the hoarding. They'll stop anybody else from coming in.
So before, well, or as, or whatever, just before we're leaving, I look and says, "Why was work shut down? What happened?"
Well, work was shut down. when a piling was being driven into the water out near the end, and the workers hit stone, not bedrock. It was worked stone.
So you
And
stopped working.
and then they said that they had hit something underneath, and as they began to try and widen where they wanted this pile to go, the sea began to answer, and within a week, 3 workers vanished. One was found drowned on dry planks. He was found on a dock, full of water. And the foreman had claimed he heard singing below the boards, although you don't know what. And construction was halted. It's been officially stated as an unstable foundation.
Let's go
And-
check it out.
Unofficially, the water below receded one night at low tide and revealed a large black opening.
Well,
Let's go see if we can find our unfortunate at the end of the pier.
Yeah. So as you're continuing to walk and move out towards the end of the pier, you are looking, and it's just started, like, you're aware that the tide is just starting to go out, and you reach the end of the pier, and you're looking at the map, you're looking at this X, and you don't see a body in the water.
I'm wondering if this could be anything like the tales of my ancestry. We have a thing called a duergar, a drowned dead that haunts an area that he was killed in.
Shudder at the thought.
But the tide is not low right now, so we don't see a big hole.
No, you don't see it now, but you
Yeah,
do see a few mooring poles that are out there. There's many mooring poles. The water here is very deep, but and some of the ships that used to come in here before the dock was constructed would moor out this far, and then they would ferry in stuff with smaller boats. But the mooring poles are starting to grow larger as the tide goes out. And then you see on one tide warden tied to a post and
Our
drowned.
boys tied to a post and died.
They drowned him.
He wasn't supposed to leave.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know if I want to find that out, but I do.
Dis, you may need to go talk to him.
I
How
that
come
that could be wild if I can actually get to him and get him over here.
there's no boats to be seen? Nothing moored anywhere around that we can commandeer for a few minutes and row out?
You certainly try. See if you can coerce somebody into either ferrying you out there, or
I'd prefer something that doesn't appear to be guarded right now, and we can just jump in it and row out.
I don't know how to use a boat.
Yeah, oh, the mad. I played a sailor one time.
We could use an oar. It's not complicated. We could row out there.
Batten down the hatches, mate. Yes. Let's do it.
Arr, arr.
I'm ready. I want to drink some rum.
Aye,
Let's go.
matey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So as you begin looking and looking over both sides, looking for something that looks like a rowboat or what have you,
Working.
you come out and you see the city watch guard and they sit there. A problem?
Well, point.
Yes, we need to commandeer one of these boats. Our investigation, as you can see, takes my compatriots and I further into this mine here,
Me
and
too.
we're going to need you to either bring us someone that has a boat and the ability to get us out there, or commandeer one with us now. And if you don't, you're going to have to talk to these guys. And I point behind me too.
I walk up to the guard and I put my hand around his shoulder. We need to remove something that will cause more questions than you're willing and able to answer.
Let's go.
I just eye him.
If you were to remove one of these small boats from here, I didn't see it happen.
Very good.
Hop in.
He's looking at you at Dis. He's looking at the ring, and he says, "You're clear for now. Finish your investigations, friends."
We mean to, and be out of your hair. Okay, Kyle, my friend, you said you know how to row, so
Let's do it.
Ramming speed, son.
You got a Viking, 6'5" kid. He's a monster. He grew up on a longship, probably, these Vikings. You know what I mean?
Actually, I don't think Dis has ever been on the ocean. He's just very.
nope. Very much not a boat person.
Yeah, I love it.
Very
I
much
know,
not a boat
Scary,
person.
spooky shit.
I've seen
He's
people
been
row.
all
It
this-
does not look complicated. Let's get out there to see our boy.
I just love it. Like, yeah, I'm into dark necromantic arts and, raising dead animals and shit like that, but I will not go in the ocean. That's where I draw the line. I love it. That's my boy.
So so as you get in and start rowing this little rowboat, it takes you. It's been some time since any of you have rowed, and it's not easy with the great big oars and the thing. But eventually, Bork and Kaw managed to get it going in the right direction, and this grabs the rudder and kind of steers away. And Daklin points out, "It's that way."
Play us a little tune. I'm gonna play us a little Sticks, Come Sail Away. I'm gonna start leading off into that.
Come sail away with me.
That's right. That's right.
Careful, we don't want to get unmonetized.
Sorry about that.
We don't need a copyright strike on this one.
It's Sticks with an I, not a Y. Okay? Let's get that.
Making your way out to the mooring post, you find how it's going, and he looks like he's been there, but as you see him tied there, and are pulling him down, we got a Fuller, we got a Fletcher, we've got a what's Deglin's background? Secondary skill.
Musician.
Musician. Yeah, that's not going to work. And Kyle with a glazier.
I'm a glacier. That's right.
Hey now.
We're
I wash clothes.
a glass blower.
Well, we get to the point where we really want to make some Molotov cocktails for something. I'm your man, but we really haven't. Nothing's really come up yet that's been convenient for really do some. Take a week and really get ready for a battle. Yeah, we can make something happen, but that hasn't quite come up.
I like that idea.
I'm not waiting
I like
though. I keep looking at my Glazier. Something's going to happen that's going to make Glazier awesome.
I like that.
Pulling him down, pulling his body down. You can tell that he hasn't been dead that long, but he's been in the water, so he is cold. His body is already cold from being in the water for even that amount of time. It sucks the heat out faster than anything. So
we should probably get to shore quickly now.
Yeah, so we'll cut him loose, put him in the boat, and get back to shore.
Mm-hmm.
As the tide continues to drop, you get the body in the boat and row it back to shore. And what would be the next?
Well, since the guards have this nice shack up here, we'll just, use that to interrogate our friend here.
Interrogate our friend.
At work, my friend. This one may be worse than last, so don't let me fall in the water, please.
Right.
I do warn the guards. And I like last time, I get down and start casting.
All right. Hopefully this isn't too loud.
Now and again, I just need to switch over to a different device for the purposes of Discord.
No worries. I'm just hoping this doesn't end up being too loud. Check this. That'll work. If it doesn't, I can lay it in on top. All right. So as this continues to put some pressure on the head of Haskell Brinewright and the recently deceased, you see in the it's hard to believe, but you see in his room there's a clatter. It's dark. There's a clatter of steel and metal, and he starts screaming, and he sees a figure grab him, and he says, and this is the first time that you've heard them speak, "You are under arrest and will be sentenced." And he grabs him by the shoulders and very quickly binds his hands behind his back. And as he turns him around, and he's got him from behind, he's got his shoulders, there's a line of 3 standing side by side, and they're almost locked in together. Their shields are beside each other. They step back, and as they step back, Haskell looks down and can see on the floor a line of salt. and then up a sheet of water shoots, and this being pushes Haskell through the water and into this water, and they're busy tying him to this post. All three of them tie him to the post, just as the water is coming up, drowns him, and with drowning, the death isn't long. There's not much to see. It's almost instantaneous. And then his vision goes dark. And that is all. And his disc comes out. He's almost coughing.
They spoke.
Chopping up some seaweed.
They spoke clearly. They arrested this one. There's 3, 4 with shields this time. In formation.
Like a shield.
The line of salt appeared at their feet.
Like soldiers or guards?
Like soldiers. Their shields were locked like rigid military training. His death was swift.
Line of salt is. What about the line of salt?
It has to be the tomb. It goes back to the mines. Everything goes back to the salt mines and that extension underground. I pull out the map again. I'm like, we need to go here, where they know the entrance is. Because I
Is that
fear
accessible when the water is at low tide?
no, the entrance is where we first ran into that one.
Yeah,
where they have
the
it
other-
sealed off as undisclosed reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where we have to enter this.
Okay.
But I'm beginning to suspect these might not be the bad guys. Because this one gave the appearance of cold, calculated execution of orders and judgment.
Right.
With no malice.
Well, but here's the question though. They captured this person, said you're under arrest, but then they put him to death. Do they have that right to do that? Or should that have gone before a magistrate? Or did they just decide to take that into their own hands?
That's where I'm not for sure they're even alive.
Right.
I think whatever is waiting for us is the thing giving the orders.
Right.
Whatever laws they're following aren't the laws of men.
Right. Yeah, so let's head back towards that other entrance then.
Yeah. So what do you do with the body? Take him with us?
Let the guards take him.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless you can get more from him.
No. No, that is the extent.
What's the time on this one?
This one's only 10 minutes. Oh, let's do
2 hours, or is it
It's 2 turns, but
2 turns? 20 minutes. It's not that bad.
yeah, not too bad. I hate water even more now. And I'm very anxious. Dis is rarely anxious, but now he's even more anxious to get away from the dock and off the water as quick as possible.
Yep.
All right.
It was your
And
idea. I told you.
as we leave, I give the guards a pair of silver. Make sure the body doesn't come back.
Yes. Yes. And you'll be needing the boat.
The boat is tied back up where it was before.
Okay.
I'm good with water. I'm done with water tonight. I need to leave.
Okay.
And I'm going and tapping my war scythe as I go, looking for solid land to get to very quickly.
Yes. So he's
So is the only way into this place at low tide? Am I understanding that correctly? Are we looking to go into the hole that was created at low tide?
No, we're
yes.
looking to go in the entrance that's
another-
on our map.
Or are we going into the entrance where the discard or the closed down construction site is?
Construction site.
Yeah,
Okay.
the construction site, but yes, the entrance is only visible at low tide.
But there is a big black gaping evil looking hole that shows up at low tide.
Yes.
Not that we necessarily want to march into the mouth. Just draw our swords and walk into there may not be the best option. That might be the strategic choice.
I'm not looking back. I'm gone. I'm going back to the tavern for a drink with Omar. See if he's still alive.
Yeah. So the as you're walking and looking at the tablet, there are no new X's other than the one that just occurred.
So then he's off the list. So only Olmar's left, correct?
Oh,
Out of the
only,
list that we received.
only the list that you have been received.
And we know that this has
that
been
you
happening
have
for
received
quite a
so far.
while, right? And that this has been, we assume, has been something that has been agitated or disturbed that is starting to use its influence and slowly gain more power. And people that are breaking oaths for whatever reason are getting dealt with by these beings in bronze, plate mail, and other accoutrements and salt demon kind of stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting.
Far as you can figure.
There.
I do a lot of Lotus, man. So I mean, I can be off.
So if we're walking back to have drinks with the guy as we're walking, God just kind of looks at you guys, says like, we could break an oath.
Let's
You
not
see
want
Des stop dead. Is it nighttime?
It's becoming nighttime.
We should go to the Temple of Mordezzan.
You should go where?
We should go to the Temple of Mordezzan.
Mordezzan.
Because if this is his judgment, they would know.
Not one of my favorite places to party, but I'll totally come with you, Jace. Absolutely, my friend. He is the Lord of the
Could we
dead.
find a way to break an oath and bring them to us?
I
That's a
would
good
rather
idea,
not.
too.
Yeah, but let's leave that one off.
All right. Heading.
Crazy, whatever the crazy
Let's go to the
move
temple
and
then.
the thief are like, yeah, that's a great idea. Probably not a good idea.
I'm just, in the there's
I was
no
with
bad
you.
ideas way, perhaps.
Hey, Daglan likes to gamble, baby.
3 dudes in a phalanx, that'll scare me.
Yeah, there's a shield wall. We faced worse.
All
You
right.
saw that ugly priestess I was with. I faced
7
worse.
wisdom.
All right. Heading back towards the temple of Mordezzan in the lower reaches of the Fish Gut district. um, where the smell of brine and rot and blood clings perpetually to everything. It's wedged in between abandoned salt warehouses and collapsing tenements, and the black basalt facade is damp. Perpetually, it's cold to the touch. The building is when you walk by. I mean, Dagon's familiar with it. He knows where it is. He's walked past and just happened to brush the stone, and it's cold. It's colder than the water. And the surrounding streets are usually avoided after dusk. Even the dog toughs cross themselves or mutter warning charms when passing its doors. Beneath uh, we do know that beneath the visible structure lies an ossuary complex, uh, but that's not exactly what we're after. What is this after at the Temple of Mordezzan?
To inquire if these salt soldiers are doing Morzan's bidding or that of his enemy.
Right. Um, as you step in, you can see uh, the pale mineral lines in the basalt resembling cracks in an old bone, like very thin hairline fractures and cracks, but it's actually veined into the basalt. And it's a massive door embossed with a relief of a skeleton figure holding a key at the throat of a kneeling mortal. And inside, the air is cold and still. Black candles burn, smokeless, violet flames. All the carved with funerary liturgies in dead tongues, and niches hold skulls etched with sigils of service and remembrance. And uh, as you're walking in, it's the Hierophant Buldros Kier, an elderly necromancer cleric. His body appears still preserved uh, rather than alive. His skin is pallid, tight, voice hollow, and calm. This Yale. What brings you to the temple?
To seek wisdom,
Ah,
to ensure
yes.
that the job that we're on is not counter to Morzan's will, and to verify it is not one of his enemies that we must deal with directly. And then I lay out everything that we know thus far, to the ring, to the salts, to the bronze soldiers, to the deaths that I visualized, every painful detail.
And as he listens, he nods, and you can see he almost looks like he's writing something on a page, but there's no quill, there's no page, but it looks like he's writing something, taking notes, and he says, "Yes, oath breakers." Um,
So is this
I've,
Morzan's judgment
I've heard
or one of
I've,
his enemies?
I've heard rumors. They're not they're not ours. We were never ones for. Of course, we're ones to follow oaths, but we're more watchers and activists. And so he says, "Come, pray with me." And as he moves forward, he looks to the three of you, and please be seated. And he stands up and sits down, kneels down in front of altar and motions for Dis to do the same. And this, with your recent vision, we should recite the doctrine of final silence. And you're familiar with it. And as he begins reciting some words that all of you can recognize, and words coming out of Dis's mouth at the same time, quickly moves into more of a guttural, uh, mystical words that
Yes.
don't make any sense at all to you.
Speak it, Peter. Speak it. Speak it.
And as he continues, and as perhaps an interruption from either Ka or Daglin, he speaks louder, and this continues on and finishes the prayer, and he looks to you. He says, "Do recite the man's name."
And I do.
And rest well, Ryan writes. And he stands up and he says, "Thank you for coming. Thank you for asking. But I do bid you a warmer evening than your friend has endured."
We shall continue to pursue this end, as it appears it is not Morzan's doing.
So he thank you. And as he's stands up, he walks over to talk to another couple of priests that are in attendance, and they all nod and look to your direction as you begin leaving.
Make one final traditional gesture on the way out.
As he as you do gesture, you see Hierophant look and nod and turn and back to his own business.
Once we leave and the door is firmly closed, I think we shall go to our normal inn for the evening.
Right, this one.
So above table, what do we know from that?
We know that these are takers and not watchers.
Right.
Morzan would be more of a watcher. Scales must remain in balance at all times. These are ones who are seeking to specifically target and remove and cast and issue judgment.
Right.
So it's fair to say this is like a lawful entity of some kind.
That's what I'm.
Oh, for sure.
Right? At least they're working for what would consider, right? There's just no gray area between it. You broke an oath, you get punished. They're like the ultimate lawful.
Yeah, contract lawyer.
Yeah.
This guy is a contract lawyer, and
they could be
whatever it is that its minions now are coming out. The salt is what I think is a key and a clue, especially because as far as like the known religions, like between all of us and the access to Premiere, we should be able to maybe see if there's anything to do with any kind of dogma that has relationship with salt or.
this is a little meta for anything Ka would know anyway. Wanted to say, but I mean, obviously, salt is always a thing used to, um, in ritual, right? You think of a line of salt as a thing that would sort of stop. Again, I don't. Ka wouldn't know that, so I'm being a little meta with that. But I'm saying it could be part of some sort of ritual that's summoning and trying in some way attempting to control the thing that's being summoned.
That I suspect we're going to have visitors later.
Hey, as you're sitting here, I'm gonna get everybody to roll me a wisdom check. Like just roll on the roll your wisdom, and you're gonna want below what your wisdom score is.
If I make this, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, just missed it.
Did mine roll?
Yeah,
Just missed it. Oh,
I got 2 successes.
Yeah, there you go.
that's what I was
Mine.
looking. I was looking for that 6.
A wisdom roll from Dagley.
No, that's not good.
What's your wisdom?
We went under?
What's your
Went
wisdom?
under, right? Let's see. I don't think it's very good. I'm pretty sure it's not. Oh no, I got good wisdom, baby. Relax.
That's a success.
Relax. That's
You
a success. We'll take it.
you do notice that as the Dirk is at the bar, he sees you see a young girl walk in, probably 7 years old, wearing a bright blue dress, and she comes in and passes Dirk a pouch and heads back out through the door. And Dirk walks over. He watches her leave and looks over to your table. He brings over a pouch. And he says, "This is for you."
Can I cross and see where the girl goes?
Yeah, as you get up and look and look out the door, you look both ways. You don't see her or anybody that she may have been with. She was dressed probably one of the cutest little children you've seen in this establishment, which is relatively nice. The silver pick is nice, but this girl looked like she was ready for a wedding, or
She was clean and well dressed and looking pretty.
She looked clean and well dressed. She had little blonde hair with ringlets, and walked in. Nobody noticed her. Nobody thought she was out of place. But when you with your wisdom rolls and just catching her out of the corner of your eye, it's not quite right.
I'll
Just because this
open the
game is
pouch
so
to see what's
kind
in
of
there.
ethnically based, is the idea that she was blonde? I mean, did she look of a certain race, a certain ethnicity of one of the peoples that occupy Hyperborea?
Yeah, she would have been probably like a commoner, like a mixed race of could have been Celt, could have been like definitely not one of the swarthier based races, but more of like a light skinned northerner, like a northern Italian or like almost like maybe just like a Swedish type of look. Blonde hair, blue
So
eyes.
once Ka gets back, I'll open the pouch to see what's in there.
As you look, you can see there are what looks like four ancient Hyperborean coins each of them stained red. One of them has been split cleanly in half. Daglin, your knowledge of what this means, it's not good. This is a message straight from the Vermilion Tide. You guys have 4 days left before they take matters into their own hands.
Who's the Vermilion Tide?
That's the group that wanted this handled quicker than the City Watch did. They're the first ones to warn you that the city would drown in blood. And now with 5 people minimum that they know about.
Somebody have a CD playing in the background or something? Oh, there it went. All right.
So you've got the Vermilion Tide pushing you.
Your friends seem to be have grown impatient. So I think at this point, once Farkun returns from his mini sabbatical, we finalize the preparations and then go investigate this entrance vault with due haste. I don't think there's anything left for us to do other than pick him up and pursue this to the end, whether it's end or our end.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm in.
Bork.
Yep.
Will your new bow be ready in time?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, you could go and check on that.
Yes, that would be something definitely to do.
Yeah. I got a ring of protection of some kind coming my way too, but I think that's still a week or so out.
That's at least a week out. I think that's a week out.
I forgot about that.
That's your star metal pendant.
That's right, a pendant. That's right, a pendant of protection. That's right. Yep.
But,
So we have 4 days left, correct? Vermilion wants us to take care of our business. We know relatively with enough thing that we need to go to the Black Hole Mall or in that area to investigate. It's what we've kind of come to so far. We also understand that this isn't this isn't an adversarial move from anybody. It doesn't involve Mordezzan. So he says they're kind of clean of this, correct? That's kind of what we got from that. Yeah. And then the salt stuff just keeps kind of like, I don't know why, maybe I'm off on it, but it just keeps.
It preserves the bodies, and if these are sentries or guards, whether dead or undead, sent, then that would be their preservation, and that would be that trail behind them. So I think for now, since Farkun is at his sabbatical, Bork, I think we should swing by and see if your bow is ready.
Yep.
And then stop by our estate to do any last minute preps, and I can have time to ensure that I have a full associates
arsenal,
a full collection of friends to travel with us.
Yes,
that sounds like a plan.
They're useful, but they stink.
Minions.
Ka, if you can find me just simply bones without any flesh on them, they won't stink.
Could boil them.
Could. Wouldn't faze me either way.
This is such a badass. He's such a complete psycho. I love him. That's what I'm like. He'd say, okay, whatever. He's getting without meat this time. I don't care what you got to do.
I'm just enjoying having Ka being slightly obsessed with the spellcasters in the group.
Yeah. I
Well,
love
Bork, let's go see if your bow is ready, my friend.
Barcoom's
You
kind
with
of
a new bow, I
cocky and
think, is our
weird, and this
friend.
guy just kind of stinks and always
Like
has dead
the,
things around him. What the fuck's going on with these guys?
And yet my clothes are spotless.
And yet you are, yes, your personal
Like
hygiene
extra
is
clean.
beyond reproach.
Yeah,
It's your companions.
Surgically clean. That's right, baby.
Yeah, totally. And with that, I think we can close tonight's.